Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the Psukim of Bitachon. Today is Tehillim Mem Vav Beis 46:2, and the pasuk says, "Elokim lano mechase v'oiz." Hashem is to us a strength, or refuge, and a strength. Ezra b'tzaros, He helps us in our times of distress. Nimtza ma'oid, He is very accessible during that time. So Elokim is always the name of Midas Hadin, is the attribute of strict justice. And that means that even when HaKadosh Baruch Hu is putting us through the challenge, even when HaKadosh Baruch Hu has decided, He decreed that this is what we need, nevertheless, He does not abandon us. Machase va'oiz, He is a refuge and a strength for us. He puts us in the situation, but He sustains us in the situation. He challenges us, but He gives us the strength and the fortitude to be able to overcome. He sometimes overwhelms us with the test that life will bring our way, and yet HaKadosh Baruch Hu will support us, and He will be a refuge, and He will be oiz, He will be a tremendous strength that will help us get through. And then, as it says in the verse over here, Ezra b'tzaros, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to help us in our time of distress. That means, as we are saying, that when a person is going through the nisyonos of life and they need help, there is only one address for a person to turn to. Because why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu give us the nisayon to begin with? As we know the famous words of Chazal, why is it that all of the imahos that are matriarchs were barren? Why did it take them a long time to have children? Sari Meinu, she was 90 years old. Rivka took a long time. Rachel took a long time. Why? If they're the biggest tzidkanios, the most righteous women of Klal Yisrael, and their mission in this world is to be the mothers of the future generations of the Jewish people, why should it be so difficult to have children? And the Gemara answers over there, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is mis'aveh tfilosan shel tzadikim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu desires the prayers of the tzadikim. So He put them into a situation where having children was difficult. He made it that they couldn't have children right away, so that they would constantly pour out their hearts with bakasha, with requests and supplications to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in order that He should answer them. What Hashem needs, our prayers, He sits around and He says, you know what? The language of Chazal over there, He's mis'av, He desires them. He sits around like us and He says, you know, I'm hungry for a steak today. I'd like to go to the restaurant and get a steak. I really wish that my wife would bring me a nice bowl of spaghetti and meatballs the way that I like it. Is that what He's waiting for? Someone to serve Him up a tefillah in the day? Hashem doesn't need our tefillahs. But rather, HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows that when you will daven stronger, with more kavanah, with more feeling, with more intention, and you will pour out your heart and you will recognize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the source of everything in your life, you will become a better person. You will get closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You will raise up the level of your neshama, and you will cling to the Ribono Shel Olam in a way that you never have before. Your emunah will become stronger. Your bitachon will become stronger. Your hakaras hatoiv, your recognition and gratitude to Hashem will become greater and more meaningful and special to you. And therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one who puts us into the situation for our benefit and our benefit alone. And therefore, He is machase va'oiz. He is our refuge and our strength. And Ezra b'tzaros, He will help us in distress. Nimsa ma'oid, He is very accessible, meaning open your mouth and talk to the Ribono Shel Olam and ask Him for help. And the more that you will ask Him for help and you will recognize it's all about Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is certainly going to come to your aid. Dovid HaMelech knew this better than anyone. His whole life was constantly being in distress. His whole life was constantly looking and seeking and trying to find HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the darkest moments of his life. And he always found Hashem. and HaKadosh Baruch Hu always came to his rescue, and Dovid HaMelech was davening day and night, please HaKadosh Baruch Hu, save me from this and help me in this situation and save me from this enemy, and so on and so forth. So Dovid kept catapulting himself to higher and higher levels of avodas Hashem, of kiddush, and of ruchnius. And the same thing is for all of us. Whatever situation you will find yourself in, no matter how difficult, how painful, how challenging it might be, know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu put you there to bring you closer to Him. Call out to Him, daven to Him, accept more mitzvahs upon yourself, find a way to find more favor in His eyes, whatever you need to do. And in that way, Be'ezus Hashem Yisbarach, it will be the schus that we need to overcome the distressful and difficult and challenging situations that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has put us in our lives. Have a wonderful day.